It's the longest in-person punt I've ever seen. Um, Come to find out, though, it's the second longest punt in Green Bay history. The first was 90 yards. Don Chandler. Yeah,
It was a while ago.
yeah, 1965. Yeah,
Yeah, it was only a 62-yard net.
yeah. I'll take it every day of the week. Yeah, I mean, typically we don't want touchbacks, but in this case, we'll definitely take it. We'll definitely take it.
That was his first of the year too, kind of a crappy way to get it.
Yes, yes, yeah. I tell you what, we'll take it. We'll take it.
Mo, when it comes to kickoffs, is it based on opponent for if you want Mason to kick it out of the end zone or not, or was that just the wind, or is that kind of on a game-by-game basis?
Yeah, if we have the opportunity, I would love to kick a touchback every single time, out the back of the end zone, every single time. Unfortunately and fortunately for us, our kicker is not necessarily able to do that because of wind conditions and other things at times. So it does become difficult. You would like to play a keep-away game from returners, especially teams that have dynamic returners. And it seems like every week we're hitting a team that has a dynamic returner. But I'll say this about kickoff, and I can't remember who said it, but I was talking with Renee Stewart, our assistant. They said, chess cannot be taught. It can only be learned. And kickoff is the same way. I can go in the classroom and I can teach you to stay in your lane. We take blocks this way. You read indicators so you know the direction of the return. But until you do it over and over again, and you do it beside your buddies because you know how he's going to play off of you, you're going to have, there'll be a learning curve. Now, when I go back to week one and I go to now, I see a progression of us getting better. The untrained eye may not see it. The stats column doesn't see it, but I see it. And as long as I see it and those young men see it, we will be where we need to be when it truly, truly counts, you know, in November, December, January. So I'm unfazed by it. Do I like it? No, not at all. Do we always want to be better and want more? Abso-freaking-lutely. But I do see the progression. And we had a really good session today, film session today on kickoff and field work. So we're going to keep chipping away. This upcoming opponent, DeAndre Carter, I remember when he was a young guy, and he struggled early on. But someone stayed with him, and I believe he was on 3, maybe 4 different teams. And someone kept believing in him, giving him opportunity. Now he leads the National Football League in return average, kickoff return average. So it's something about a young player and watching them blossom into who they are. So we have a challenge, but we're up for the challenge. He's a very good returner.
Was that Amari's best punt return of the year, the 16-yarder?
Yes, yes. In my opinion, it was his best return of the year. In the way that he attacked the ball, in the way that the return was supposed to go, his vision, once he had the ball in his hand, the ball security. We just have to keep taking those baby steps with Amari. And it's not to go unnoticed. Those guys up front are doing a better job blocking. And that's what we can't forget. You know, the returner gets the credit. But those guys up front, they're doing a better job. Showed them a video today of Devin Hester. I know it's a bad word, Chicago, all of that. But the message behind what Devin was saying when he broke the record about how the guys in front of him made it possible, how he would not be where he is if it wasn't for them. And incorporating that message with our guys, I see us getting better and doing better.
Well, what's Shamar supposed to do on that one where he's right down there next to the guy, kind of on the side, he fair catches it, or doesn't fair catch it, and then he turns it upfield?
Yeah, so I tell you, in our training of gunners, we try to train gunners in a manner to where they keep their eyes downfield. So everything that they do, you know, I see through spatial awareness and things of that nature. So if a guy's hand is coming on me, I know where the hand is, so I can play the hand, but I keep my eyes downfield. So being a young player, we have to continue to develop him and keeping his eyes downfield. Because it was a pooch situation, knowing when to check for the pooch and then getting your eyes back down. In addition, and the guys, they tease me all the time, When the ball's in the air in that situation, I'm on the sidelines yelling, fair, 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 fair. If I don't say fair, 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 if your teammates are not yelling fair, 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 as soon as those arms go up, go ahead and take the shot. And I think we can have good success by that. We're only going to get better in that regard as well.
There's a lot of times I've looked downfield with Hunter's down there, Hunter Bradley. Does anybody stay back besides the punters, kind of playing safety on a return like that?
No, it is our punter. Hunter, it depending on who we're playing, a lot of teams do not respect the long snapper as a one that has coverage capability. So that person tends to run free. And depending on your team, some long snappers, they immediately go to contain to cut off the field. Other long snappers go directly and they just take a shot on the ball carrier.
You know, those of us that have been around Mason for his whole career weren't surprised that he obviously bounced back after Cincinnati. But can you kind of take us through what the week was like with you and your interactions with him as he went through his process to get back to being himself?
Yes, and once again now, Mason doesn't wear the brunt of that by himself. So collectively as a group, we got down and dirty to address our issues in film study, in our meetings, and we just went to work. We put our nose down, went to work, got back to the basics, and had a really good session again this week and today. Feel really confident about those guys. There was no doubt in our mind that that unit would bounce back from that regards. The protection is getting better. We're moving some pieces around, and we feel like we now have a good solid unit on from the protection aspect. So we feel really good about that going forward too.